So this story's way too important. I couldn't even wait to get into the studio. I had to film it now on my phone. Listen to this. Joe Biden has agreed to step aside, according to sources close to the White House. That's right, I said it. Biden has agreed to step aside. Watch this news clip from Newsmax.
Carl, according to multiple Democratic sources, this is happening all of a sudden. Everyone said it would happen gradually and then all at once, and that's what's happening. According to my sources, President Biden has agreed to step down as the Democratic nominee.
Oh, man.
It will happen as early as this weekend. A speech has been drafted for him. He will continue on as president, is his intention. He also will not, I'm told, endorse Vice President Harris as his successor. They're hoping that he will endorse an open process in which the convention will be open to Vice President Harris and a few other candidates in Chicago to pick the Democratic nominee for president. The belief is that Vice President Harris is already looking at potential running mates to go to Chicago with a full ticket, including one possibility, Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, and perhaps the governor of Pennsylvania, Governor Shapiro. Other possible candidates who are being talked about include Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, perhaps Gretchen Whitmer, and again, the vice president running. On the first ballot, the regular delegates would be allowed to vote under this agreement that's being talked about amongst the president and high-level Democratic officials. The regular delegates would vote on the first ballot. If there is no winner on the first ballot, the so-called superdelegates would be allowed to vote on the subsequent ballot. This decision was reached, I'm told, all of a sudden because of the high-level pressure from Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, and others, and as well as the decision of many of President Biden's top aides that there was no path forward for him, that he would not be able to win this election, win the general election. And therefore, He's stepping aside again as early as this weekend.
And there it is. Biden supposedly agreed to step aside as soon as this weekend. Sources are telling Newsmax. He will not, I repeat, will not endorse Kamala Harris to be at the top of the ticket. That's no surprise to me, and it's probably no surprise to you or anyone else, because she certainly cannot win. She cannot beat Donald Trump. Harris supposedly is already searching for a running mate because she intends to be at the top of the ticket. She's looking at Governor Beshear of Kentucky, Newsom of California, maybe Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, but we don't know. They are going to go to the convention, and the delegates supposedly are going to vote. Now, with that said, this is a breaking news story. It's coming out within the last half hour or 40 minutes. We all knew this was going to happen. And it's happening now because we know Biden has COVID now. We know he's 81 years old. So it was my belief that this was going to be his way out. Medical reasons, he was too ill to continue. But apparently that's not the case. It seems that Pelosi, Obama, and all the top Democrats and the pressure they're putting on Biden, especially Obama, as recently as yesterday, has said that Biden needs to rethink the campaign because he, Obama, does not believe Biden can beat Trump in November. We all knew that. Of course, Obama knows that. They know Biden cannot beat anybody in November because he is all done. He's been done for the last 3 years, but that's another story. So I had to put this out quick. Again, this is a breaking news story, and you know there's going to be more coming. And we all know that Harris expects to be at the top, to be the presidential candidate to run against Donald Trump. And if that is the case, no matter who her running mate is, Newsom, Beshear, Whitmer, whoever, it doesn't matter. There is no way that Kamala Harris can beat Donald Trump in November. His popularity is too high, especially after the attempted assassination, which all the mainstream liberal media, now they're talking about. They're not coming out and saying it, but they're telling us they believe it was fake. People were killed. Donald Trump was almost killed. And the likes of Joy Reid, Jen Psaki, Joe Scarborough, and so on. believe that it was staged. It wasn't staged by Donald Trump, but it was staged by someone else. So stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about this a lot more. I'm going to be paying attention to it. Again, sources are telling Newsmax that Joe Biden has agreed to step aside from the campaign, remain as president until the end of his term, and then go off into the pasture. Stay tuned. This is going to get good. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button for me, if you will. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any episodes about this breaking story to see who is going to run against Donald Trump in November. Have a great night.